Welcome back. Let's just remind you of the stories that are leading headlines at this hour. The Hawks have arrested a former Correctional Services Commissioner and 6 other suspects for corruption, money laundering and fraud. These relate to the Bosasa contract. Gauteng has a new police commissioner. Elias Mawela has just been revealed to the media in about a short while ago. And Western Cape education officials visit Souci Girls' School after a video of a teacher smacking a pupil has gone viral.
Strike one. 1 for me, 0 for you. Right? Your phone shouldn't be in your hands. You shouldn't have a phone. You want to challenge me? All right, let's tell you about that very video you have just seen, a video showing an altercation between a pupil and teacher at Cape Town's upmarket Souci Girls' School has gone viral. The school says the governing body is meeting this morning to discuss the matter. It says that while it cannot condone any form of corporal punishment, it is aware of the many disciplinary challenges educators face on a daily basis. Here is the video now. You should have a book like this. Please take this as evidence down. Please! This is a disciplinary hearing now. Take out the... This is your book. You must look like this. Where's your book? You don't have one. Strike 1. 1 for me, 0 for you. Right? Your phone shouldn't be in your hands. You shouldn't have a phone. You want to challenge me? My dear, you're going to get lost. I've been where you've been. Yes. I have 3 degrees too. Working on my 3rd one. You don't even have a book in grade 9. Okay? That is what it should look like. This thing I shouldn't see. Code of conduct. Must I show you the code of conduct? There. Do you know what it says about phones? Why do you disobey that? Why don't you have a book?
Don't change it, man.
What?
About the code of conduct. You're swearing at me now.
What did I swear? What did I say to you?
Everybody heard you, man.
What did I say to you? What did I say? Tell me. What did I say? Kom. Ik ben klas uit. Kom. So you're swearing at me?
I'm swearing at you.
So you're speaking a different language in my class. That's it. Ek gaan hierdie ding volgende gooi. Ek bewe van kwaad gaan. Want ek het nie tyd om so vat dit.
Throw it, man, like quick.
Uit my klas uit. I'm not swearing at you. I'm chasing me out of my class. Go call Mr. Engel. Go call Denise now. Give me your phone. You shall not have this. This is against the code of conduct. Are you here? Are you? You pushed me. You're swearing me. Well, it's disturbing indeed. Our reporter Artim Tongana is at the school and she joins us live now. Arti, good morning to you. What is the reaction in relation to this video? We understand it's gone viral. At the same time, the governing body is meeting at this hour.
That's correct. The school governing body is meeting right now, trying to thoroughly investigate this incident that has now gone viral. The Western Cape Education Department has issued a statement condemning corporal punishment. As you may know, corporal punishment across schools in South Africa was banned some several years ago, as well as condemning any kind of ill discipline from learners at the same time. They've also encouraged teachers across the country to practice control and patience when dealing with pupils across schools in this country. We've seen several people in support of the pupil who was involved in this incident, as well as people in support of the school teacher. We've been told by the Department of the Western Cape, the Education Department of the Western Cape, saying that they have called all the learners who were inside the class to give statements regarding what was happening. And we also understand that this morning a peaceful protest was held by some of the pupils in the school in support of the teacher, saying that this incident was not racially motivated. However, you have the EFF, which was here earlier on, in support of the school pupil, and you also have here Korsas, who's also here in support of the school pupil who was involved in this incident. Now let's get reaction from them. Thank you so much for your time, for joining us. Why are you supporting this pupil?
As causes, our point is very clear that you cannot go and at this time of the year of the century and find still that there's teachers who are brutally hitting learners, who are brutally physically hitting learners. So we are just here on the point of clear as causes that we are here to put a demonstration and a call out to all teachers who are still doing this, and to find it very strange that there are teachers who are still performing the magic of racism. As causes, I think we are very much clear that if any teacher here is found to want to be racist in this country, they must go and find posts in Holland, not in this country. I think at any point we don't have a space for racism in this country. How can you go and reprimand a person in African and still you can shout the person when the person is responding in Xhosa? This is not an African state. Those who want to go and speak Afrikaans, the language of Afrikaans, they must go back in Holland. They must go and teach. In South Africa, we don't have space for Afrikaans.
It seems South Africa is a bit divided with this particular incident. Other people supporting the teacher, others supporting the pupil involved in this particular incident. Now, what do you say about the conduct of the school pupil?
Look, what we are saying that every school in South Africa has its own disciplinary actions, of which it's in line to the South African Schools Act of South Africa. What we are saying, every school has its own disciplinary, of which they are out to follow the disciplinary process. There's no point, there's no saying in any disciplinary process that is saying that a person must lay a hand. And I think that these teachers in these so-called model school or white schools, they think that they are above the law, because these cases happen each and every day that we've seen it. We are taking a warning as congressional students to these teachers that they think that they are above the law, that they think that they can go out in their flames to go and put out their anger. They must not come there with their stresses of debt stresses and their young fan repic stresses. They must understand when you come to an institution of learning, you'll understand that you put your problems aside and you are here to basically do what's best for the learners and yourself and the school. So basically, these white tendencies of thinking that you are above the law, nothing can be able to happen to you. It has come to a stop. And as COSAS, we are coming to assure that that thing has come to a total end stop. We won't be told by white people what to do.
What do you say to some people saying that this was not racially motivated and rather the reaction and the conduct of the school pupil was inappropriate?
This thing is racial. It's like 180% racially motivated, because what I'm saying is racially motivated. You cannot go and speak Afrikaans and continue to go speak Afrikaans and reprimand a learner in Afrikaans, whereby you don't expect the learner to respond in his or her own language. And secondly, this school is an English medium school, which is supposedly speaking English. You cannot go out there and go yellow Afrikaans and don't expect people to go and respond in their manner of language. So if you can watch the video the clip clearly, if I might say, it says clearly that the teacher herself aggressively, she's a racist. And secondly, you cannot go and reprimand me or put me to a paranoid state of thinking that I won't respond. You won't come and scare and shout at me and think that I will just say and pose a Colgate smile. At the end of the day, I'm a person, I have emotions. So the learner's response, I think, was very peaceful. In my manner of response, I would have hit the teacher back. Hence, we are saying as COSAS, they're not supposed to be any stage of corporal punishment. If teachers are hitting you out there, you must hit the teacher back.
Now, what do you think should happen going forward with regards to the situation?
Look, we are clear. As for now, they are sitting their own SGP meeting. We are clear. We are giving the school until this end of the SGP meeting, as they've promised to brief us after the SGP meeting. But what we are saying, the teacher must be expelled with immediate effect. If thus the teacher is not expelled with immediate effect, we'll take it upon to be mobilizing more learners, to be mobilizing parents within the school. And our message to parents as well in the school, to particularly the black parents parents whose learners are, whose children are here, we are telling them to come out in numbers and join us if in the worst case scenario, if the school tends to not expel, because we are told she's employed by the SGB. So the SGB, we expect the SGB to putting out a post by later today and expelling the teacher with immediate effect.
But wouldn't you say that what you said previously about how students or pupils rather should retaliate by hitting the teacher back, wouldn't you say that promotes violence?
How can it promote violence? You are promoting violence by starting to hit me. It shouldn't even be violence. It shouldn't even happen. By the fact that you have started to lay your hand, it means that you as a teacher have started. We're not telling learners here to go.
All right, it does appear that we have some trouble with regards to our technical matters regarding that particular interview by Atim Tongana. But Xhosas in the Western Cape, they are very clear that this matter is racially motivated, and they're calling on the SGB to take immediate action, because they're saying they understand that the SGB or this teacher is employed by the school governing body. So that is where we're going to leave things for